All right, Dallas is up top.
Down low on the right. Trenches up top on the right.
He's pushing me right here. Yeah.
She is not.
My boy.
Seconds remain.
All right, she's resin people. She's in their back on resin.
Open for business.
I'll pull back.
30 seconds left.
Have
Hang
you
in
heard
there.
about my ammunition rewards program?
Right there. Goddamn.
Trench. What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Runway gameplay, and today we are going to talk about the Bad Actors narrative event and how disappointing these events really are. So let's head over and check it out. So this is the Bad Actors narrative event. So we've got a couple of narrative events that have came out in the past couple of updates for Rogue Company. So we originally started our event journey with Rogue Company with the arms dealer events. Those went over not very well, and there's a lot of reasons why. If they would have went in and just tweaked some of the criteria for unlocking some of these things, if they would have made it something more challenge based where you get like this special currency to finish, you know, for completing challenges and then being able to spend that currency on the event stuff, then it would have been fine. But they couldn't seem to figure out how to make one simple change to the entire scope of the arms dealer event. So they decided that they wanted to do a narrative event. Narrative events are okay. You know, some people come to Rogue Company for the story. Some people come to Rogue Company to play the game. I'm one of those people that, like, if you give me more lore and background, it's whatever. You know, I'm here to play the game because I enjoy playing the game. I could care less what is going on with the story that's happening with the game. If I want that experience, I'll go play a better written, better constructed single player game and have that type of experience and have that actual narrative experience, not a multiplayer focused game. But anyway, we've got the narrative event here, and it is what it is at the end of the day. You unlock spray, title, weapon wrap, and also a glider or jetpack, whatever you want to call it. And you have, you know, challenges that you have to meet, and all the challenges were locked behind time limit walls. So, you know, you started with chapter 1 and you couldn't unlock chapter 2 for like 2 days or whatever it was. And then it was like 5 days and 7 days or something like that whenever it first came out. And at the end of the day, like, if that's how they want to approach this, that's fine. They're trying to instill this false sense of grinding within the community where they feel like that if they don't get in there, if they don't grind this stuff out, if they don't log in every couple of days, then they're going to miss out on whatever this stuff is, right? When in reality, this stuff is going to be recycled and thrown into one of the rogue supply drops or whatever they're called in a couple of updates. That's going to be inevitable, right? It's happened with pretty much everything else in the game except for like licensed skins. So it's not far-fetched to think that they're going to throw this in there at some point, right? Also, the idea of how these challenges work just really don't make a whole lot of sense to me. You know, in every other game that you play, you have access to challenges. You have access to all different kinds of challenges, and you can complete multiple challenges at one time. You can kind of complete them at your leisure, right? You can complete them as you go through. So if you need X amount of wins, X amount of damage, and X amount of this, and you complete all 3 of those in one game, you finish all 3 of those challenges. Locking the challenges behind a time limit makes absolutely no sense to me. And also, like, some of these challenges are not very, very difficult to accomplish, right? Deal 1,000 headshot damage. You naturally do that while playing the game, and you can knock that out in like one game. So you hop into the You hop into Rogue Company the day that the Walking Dead update comes out, when the narrative event was added into it. You play one game, you get your 1,000 headshot damage, and you're like, I guess I'll log back in 2 days so that I can down 30 enemies after they have been affected by your ability. And it's like, oh, I know who to do that with. You can do that with Vi, Scorch. Those are people to do it with easy. Bam, you get that one done. Deal 1,000 damage with damage over time. Vi, Scorch, Dallas, like, it's not very difficult to complete this. The hardest one to complete is win 25 games as Trench or Dallas. And that's not very hard to complete either, because like, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. It's going to be what it's going to be. At the end of the day, you're going to get it if you really want it. I really want to see them do better challenges in the future going forward. I really want them to stop doing this, right? Stop doing narrative events. And if you want to do narrative events, that's fine. Work your narrative events into your mid-season events and make it something that's a little bit more than 4 comic book panels and 4 mediocre challenges with 4 mediocre rewards. Like, they could put in a mid-season battle pass into the game and charge, I don't know, reputation or rogue bucks or anything like that, or make it challenge based, right? Have a battle pass system where when you complete challenges, you get experience. And as you gain experience, as challenges get completed, it unlocks levels for it, which gives you, I don't know, weapons, skins, sprays, emotes. And I'm not talking about one of each. I'm talking about like at least 10 tiers of something. You know what I mean? And you can double down. Like, whenever I downloaded Paladins recently, and they were having a Halloween event where it was like a 10 level battle pass, I think it was, where the main skin was a Tiberius skin, and it had the one version of it at level 5, one version of it at level 10. I may be getting this wrong, but this is just out of memory or whatever. But it was a recolor of the same skin. So if you wanted it in olive red, you had access to that. If you wanted a variation of it in this color and this color, you had access to that. Like, if you're going to put skins in there for events and you're going to have recolors for those same events, that's not a bad idea. That doesn't feel cheap, because you're like, if you don't like this version, you have access to this version. It is what it is. Whenever you release constantly, update after update after update, skin release, skin release, skin release, you have the same glitch skin with the same character model with very slightly variations in his color scheme. That feels cheap. That feels like you are cheaping out on the player base. I mean, look at the Hack-O-Lantern glitch skin. Hack-O-Lantern glitch skin would have been perfect for when the game first was released back in June or July, right, of 2020. That would have been fantastic, because it would have been Halloween themed and it would have been a recolor of his original skin. Now we're in 2022 and it looks pretty mediocre, to say the least. Same thing with the Vi skin, same thing with the Umbra skin. They're very uninspired. They need to go in there and take a look at how they approach events, how they approach cosmetics, and they really need to flesh that out. What it seems like to me is that there is not a very creative team over at First Watch Games to really sit down and hammer out what a good event would be, what good rewards for that event would be, and clever ways to achieve those rewards. That's what it seems like to me. They need someone to really go in and kind of think outside the box and say, how can we do something that makes sense in the Rogue Company universe, right? That we can give people, if they do certain things in the game, to try to get them back into the game to get some stuff. Like, that's exactly how you do that, right? But there's nobody over there that's really thinking outside the box and really taking any of this into consideration. They're just like, oh, we've got a couple of things laying around, throw it in the event. What are we going to do for our challenges? Let's take some daily contracts and just kind of like lower the criteria for. Oh, so you mean instead of doing 2,500 headshot damage, you want 1,000? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Put it in the event. It's pretty bad, man. It's just really mediocre. It's really bad. It needs to be kind of re-looked at, redesigned, and kind of re-implemented into the game. Like, they could really do something good here, but they're not. But be sure to let me know what you think of the Bad Actors Narrative event in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Also, there is a link in the description for the most recent giveaway. So if you're interested in that, please be sure to click that link down below. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sunday from 10 a.m. until we get tired, we'll be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by, say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Deploying lethal.
I'll try to get over here and lock this shit down. There's people on top.
The objective.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Objective acquired. Defend it.
But I'm backing out. All right, Dallas is up top.
Down low on the right. Trenches up top on the right.
God damn it, dude. She fucking nuked me. She's pushing me. She's pushing me right here. Yeah.
She is not.
My boy.
Seconds remaining.
All right, she's rezzing people. She's in
Yeah,
their
she
back
sure
line
as fuck
rezzing.
is.
Open for business.
I'll pull back.
Lethal.
Seconds left.
Have
Hang
you
in
heard
there.
about my ammunition rewards program?
Right there. Damn it. Goddamn.
I'm gonna put a trip mine down over there so they can't flank behind us. Actually, I'll throw a trip
Deploying.
right there.
See one coming.
Somebody's in the way back. I'm doing a full rotate behind. Somebody was back
Objective
here.
acquired. Defend it.
He's one goddamn shot.
Another contract in the bag.
That's what I'm talking about, York. You kept your head in the game. You kept your composure. Instagram Lucid Jays. Mm-hmm.